Hello again. I am back with another video here. This one, I want to talk about something in particular. You see a lot with guitarists. Sometimes we feel inadequate about our equipment, what it is, what we work with at the moment. As somebody who's been around the block a couple of times, I guess, figuratively speaking, I guess, literally in some ways, I've had much, much better equipment. I've never had a Marshall big stack or anything huge, or I've never come anything close to what the legends, have used. Um, I have had a very nice crate and a couple really nice Black Stars, but that was in the past, back when things were better. Right now, I'm working with the equipment I got, and I got a Line 6 Spider 5, I guess, 15 watt. It's nothing much. It's a small crap amp that people call it that. I guess that would be the word in a lot of circles for it. I think it sounds decent for what it is. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about guitars today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce y'all to... This is Ruby, okay? So you can see. Get a nice look at the headstock there, all you guitar snobs right there. You see that? If you can look close enough, you can see it says Made in Mexico, right? This baby was made in 1995 in Ensenada, Mexico. Now, when I was looking for my guitar, at the time I had, sold some property that I owned that wasn't worth anything to me because, quite frankly, if I'm being totally honest with you, it was moldy with black mold. It had problems that presented a lot of health issues for somebody who, like me, who has diabetes and, blood problems. We'll talk about those later. I have a lot of issues that I've went through health-wise. So living in a house that had black mold that kept coming back after I treated it multiple times was not something that was conducive to my sanity, my reasoning, or my well-being, or my ability to play guitar. Considering at the time I was using what I know as a piece of crap acoustic guitar, which I've now given to one of my best friends whose property I'm staying on at the moment. But right now, with this guitar, I had the money to get a better one. I looked around the shop, played a couple American Strats. Was looking for a Charvel when I walked in, of course, because, I'm kind of looking for one always. That's how it's always been. I'd love to get my hands on a Berthier Model 86 or something. Maybe a Model 1 or 2. It'd be like a dream guitar of mine. But we'll get into that in another video. Dream guitars, that's a whole other video. Right now, we're talking about what we got right now, guys. And what we got right now is what we're working with. And what I'm working with is my baby right here. Ruby's she's a special one. I name all my guitars are women names. They're all women. There's Rosie, Rosetta, Roxanne, Ruby. There's a couple others I'm forgetting. It wasn't always like that. That's more of a recent last 6 guitars kind of thing. But, we all got our little quirks. But like I'm saying, guys, this guitar, when I picked it up, it felt right. Stevie said it. They always say the story. Says Stevie Ray Vaughan walked in, found a cheap guitar, picked it up. He said it felt right. It felt right. Look, this guitar has none of the features I was looking for. The frets are small. They're really small. I don't like small frets. I'm a shredder. You know what I'm saying? Like when I play a lot of guitar, and just come off the... Of course, I can't play when I'm on video, of course. I can't really do it on those small frets, but I can play those chorded songs that I play so well. A lot of songs I wrote were, I would write a song. Completely screwing up the D there, because I cannot play on video yet. I'm still working on that. But, this is it. You find a guitar, it feels right, and you buy it. I put a few things on it. I got some humbuckers on this bad boy. I got some hot rails on there, because that's what I wanted. I felt like that's what I like, I connected with like Eddie Van Halen on that because look at this. When he built his, it was a Frankenstrat. That's the kind of the origin of it was with EVH, I think. He liked that feel of that Strat, but he really liked the sound of Gibson. I started with a Gibson, okay, SG, Epiphone SG, but it was good. It was a good guitar. It just had wiring issues. It always sounded weird, but I loved the way it sounded. When it sounded good, it sounded perfect. And then I got a Strat. I loved the way it felt, but I really wanted the chunky. I wanted that Gibson rock. That's what I wanted with it. That ability to rock when I needed to. Total, like, just the overdrive capacity for that guitar. That guitar, even the Epiphone, outstripped a pretty solid Strat most of the time. And that comes down, I think, a lot to the single coils compared to humbuckers, of course. What do I know? I'm not I'm not an expert on that. You know, I've only been playing for 15 years on and off, you know, most of the time off, let's be honest. But the thing I'm trying to get to here, I'm not trying to tell my whole story here, but I kind of slipped that in a little bit if you can see it. But be happy with what you got, guys. I mean, that's the way it is, you know. When I got this guitar, I built it up piece by piece. I got locking tuners on here. I got the wiring set up. I did it from a custom shop nearby and talked to a really cool old school luthier who is now a good friend of mine. And that's something you need. You know, in a small town like I am, find somewhere nearby, a decent city's got what you got, you know, get what you get and work with what you can get and rock out, you know, until something better comes along, if it ever does. I mean, I might be rocking this guitar the day I die. You never know. I mean, I have type 1 diabetes, I have heart problems and all this other stuff. You know, I could die tomorrow for all I know. But if I do, at least I know I died with a good guitar that was good and it got me where I wanted to go and it made me happy when I played it. You know, and that's what matters the most. When I first started, I asked everybody what they did for their equipment, how they played, what kind of strings they used. You can do that all day. But it's true when they say, eventually you'll find your way. And that's all I got to say today. You guys have a good one. I'll holler at y'all later.